We are live, we are live, we are live. How y'all doing, YouTube family? How y'all doing? We talking brain health tonight. We talking mental health tonight. We talking self-love tonight. We talking pouring into our family so we can elevate and vibrate higher tonight. Hello, Miss Tanya from Texas. How y'all doing? Blessings, blessings. If y'all got a little bit of time, we talking the nervous system tonight. If you got a little bit of time, I just want to teach y'all something. If I could teach one person something tonight, we on the right track, right? But I guarantee if you can stick with me for about 20, 30 minutes, we're going to learn something. Y'all with me? If y'all can stick with me for about 20, 30 minutes, we're going to learn something. I swear we're going to learn something. If we got any nurses in here, if we got any chefs in here, my brother's a trucker in here, Islam, Mo, right? I got something special for you all. For the people who are on this live, I got something special for you all. I'm not going to tell all the details, right? But I'm about to start helping more people in the community. So I'm going to need you all's help. I'm about to start helping more people in the community, and I need you all's help. More of a Destiny, vegan chef here. I love you. I appreciate you. Hopefully you teaching cellular health. But those of you all who just joined in this live and don't know who I am and why I'm up here talking, I am the Moorish chef, right? I've been plant-based for about 27 years. I have a bachelor's degree of nursing. I'm a 3-time war veteran. I'm a private chef for professional athletes. I'm a male doula, but I travel the country teaching people how to heal their bodies, right? And no matter what level I'm at, no matter what arena I'm in, I'm realizing one thing. Everybody in here knows somebody sick in their family, right? If you know somebody sick in the family, put a 1 in the comment. If you know somebody sick in your family, put a 1 in the comment. If you know somebody on medication, put a 1 in the comment. If you know somebody sick in your family, or if you know anybody on medication, put a 1 in the comment. I'm about to teach you all how to help them, right? I'm about to teach you all how to help them. And that's why this is important, right? If you've never been on my live before, please go to my page, go to my YouTube. I'm going to teach you all because I have a bachelor's degree of nursing. I've been cooking for 27 years, right? Most of the people coming to the hospital, what do they leave with? Most people who come into the hospital, what do they leave with, right? They may leave with some sort of paperwork, right? That's supposed to be information. But most of the time, if you go to the hospital, you're leaving with medication. Most of the time, we go to the hospital and we leave with medication, and half of us don't even know what the medication is or how to pronounce it, right? Most of us leave the hospital with medication. We don't know what it is. We don't know how to pronounce it. And we don't know many of the side effects. But we listen to those commercials on TV in the middle of the night where it says, yo, if you take Xyloban, you're going to have gut problems. You're going to have mental health issues. You're going to have severity of your lungs. You're going to have this. You're going to have that. 2 minutes worth of stuff. Y'all know those commercials, right? We know those commercials when we're talking about healthcare, right? But how many of us who know somebody sick, who know the healthcare system is going to give us medication, understand how the healthcare system works and how to actually heal our bodies? Not many of us, right? Every one of us eat, but how many of us know how to heal our bodies through food? How many people knew it was possible? If you know it's possible to heal your body through food, raise your hand. If you know it's possible to heal your body through food, raise your hand. All right, give me about 2 minutes, and we're gonna jump into tonight's class. Give me about 2 minutes, and we're gonna jump into tonight's class, right? Weekly, we are talking nervous system in May. monthly for the rest of the year. We talking different systems. All right. So what's tonight's topic? What's tonight's system? All right. Tonight's system is the nervous system, right? So everybody in here is an organism. I'm going to talk for about 15, 20 minutes. And when I talk for 15, 20 minutes, please take notes. Pull out the notes on your phone if you're able to. If you're able to, write down some of the stuff I'm about to talk about. If you're able to, watch my YouTube channel. Every Thursday we're talking. Every Monday we're cooking. For the next year, I'm dedicating. For the next year, I'm dedicating my service and my time to you all, to the community. For the next year, I'm dedicating my time to the community. 2 years, matter of fact, but we ain't even gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that later, right? So every month, I'm taking the systems of the body. So let's go, right? Everybody in here, put a 1 in the comments if you know you are an organism. Everybody in here who knows, it's about 30 people in here, right? I'm on YouTube and I'm on Instagram. Everybody in here, put a 1 in the comment if you know you're an organism. This is us teaching. We're about to teach for about 20 minutes, right? And when you finish tonight's class, you're going to have an understanding of the nervous system. The whole month of May, right, is Brain Health Awareness, is Brain Cancer Month. So the month of May, on Thursdays we teaching, Mondays we cooking, and it's all around the nervous system. So follow me, please follow me, guys. All right, so look, we all know we're organisms, right? But if you remember, we're going to go into biology for a minute. This is not biology class, but I need to make it make sense before we get to food and health and all that other stuff, right? So everybody in here knows we're organisms. So what's below the organism? We have the organ systems, right? How many organ systems make up the organism? And this is a class where we talking and teaching. I laugh, I joke, I talk shit. So if I say something sarcastic, please don't take it personal. It's all love, right? But I'm teaching the way I teach. I'm talking the way I talk. I'm not going to change it because hopefully if y'all on here, y'all my family and we vibing. I just need this to make sense because I need y'all to stay out the hospital. I want y'all to heal y'all families. This is a revolutionary act I'm doing right now, right? This is a revolutionary act I'm doing, teaching you all the keys and the mechanics of healing yourself. I just need you all to understand. You all don't got to be doctors. You all don't got to be nurses. You all don't got to be nutritionalists. I just need you to care about your bodies a little bit more, right? Care about your children a little bit more. Care about your wife a little bit more. So we all know we organisms, but how many systems, organ systems, make up you, the organism? Let's teach, let's talk. How many organ systems make up you, the organism? And if you don't know this, you need to stay in class. This is how you heal your family. Every month, I'm breaking this down. But I need you all to vibe with me and understand. How many organ systems make up the human body? I need at least one answer before I go on. All right, I'm seeing some answers come in. All right. Somebody said 70. Somebody said 32. How many organ systems make up the human body? Somebody said 2 organ systems. All right, Rezi, what are the 2 organ systems that make up the human body? And I'm not being funny. I'm not being disrespectful. The person that said 70, we got about 70 organs. Somebody said 7 organ systems. And you all are about to see why what I teach is so important. You all are about to see why what I teach is so important. If you don't understand this, stay your ass in class, forget the game right now, and let's learn something. All right, so we got some 11s. We got a lot of 7s. All right. So some people saying 7. We don't know why it's 7, but I'm going to say it's around 10 or 11 systems of the body, right? And granted, everybody's going to say it's something different, but just take the concept. Right now, we talking concepts. I'm not here to be perfect. I don't expect you to be perfect. I just expect you all to grasp the concept so we can grow every week, every month. Some people saying, I don't know. If you don't know, I love you. If you don't know, I love you, because you stand on this live and you learning something. All right, so just say it's 11 systems that make up the body. Who can name those systems that make up the human body? This is what you need to be teaching your children, not how to take Tylenol. You don't need to be teaching your children to take a Gatorade when they're about to go work out. Teach them how to get real minerals and vitamins, but you don't even know what organ systems your body have to fuel your body properly. All right, so somebody said we got the circulatory system. We got the integumentary system. We got the digestive system. We got the endocrine system. We got the reproductive system. We got the respiratory system. Some people say you got the lymphatic or the immune system, right? So now we got all these systems that make up you, the human, right? So okay, boom. So now we understand this concept, right? So you understand you, the organism, got about 10 or 11 systems. We need to understand the systems, right? So now we got the organism, we got the systems. What is under the systems? What is under the system? When you go to the hospital, you say, yo, I can't breathe, or yo, I'm retaining fluid, or I got inflammation in my back. They're gonna say you probably got circulatory issues, or you got heart problems, or you got kidney problems, and they're gonna give you medication for these actual organs, right? Fuck that. We're not stopping at the organ systems. We're not stopping at the organs. We're going to the actual tissues and to the cells. Watch how this makes sense. Melanated people, watch how this makes sense. I'm gonna tell you how we messed up in America. I'm gonna tell you how we living in the matrix. And I'm gonna tell you how the system is set up for you to fail. And if you don't take your health in your own in your hands and in your family's hands, or your family's health in your hands, you're messing up, right? Watch the matrix we in. Tonight, we talking about the nervous system. For the next 12 months, we taking a system. So what is the nervous system? What is the nervous system? Can anybody tell me what is the nervous system? What does the nervous system do? Some people say the nervous system is the brain. Put a brain if you think the nervous system is just the brain. How many people think the nervous system is just the brain? How many people think the nervous system is just the brain? All right. Miss Ariel said the nervous system is for communication, right? My YouTube family, what's up? What is the nervous system for? Somebody said the nervous system sends signals to the brain. Somebody else said the nervous system is the brain. All right, we're getting a lot of information, right? But if you on this live right now, you have to be able to process the information. So are your eyes a part of the nervous system? Yes or no? Are your eyes a part of your nervous system? Yes or no? All right, so somebody said the brain, the spinal cord, and the nerves. That's the most correct answer we heard so far, right? Are the eyes a part of the nervous system? The question is, are your eyes a part of the nervous system? Right? So look, we're going to break it down right quick. If you in class tonight, I love you. We're doing this every Thursday. If you said you don't know, I love you. I have a Cellular Health 101 book. Please go to my website and check it out, right? So listen, your brain, your spinal cord, that's a part of your central nervous system, right? So your nervous system is broken up into two parts. You, the organism, are broken up into 10 or 11 different systems. The system we're talking about tonight is the nervous system. Miss Lydia, I love you. I appreciate you for joining tonight. Your body is broken up in 10 to 11 different systems. Most people don't understand the systems, what organs make up the systems, what type of tissues, let alone what minerals and vitamins. That's why we messed up. I'm trying to keep you all out of the community, out as a community, out of the hospital, right? In order for me to keep you out of the hospital, I got to teach you all about your bodies. Most of you all want to know food recipes, but hell, you can cook, but you don't know your body. If you can't tell me the minerals and vitamins that make up your body, if you can't tell me the systems that make up your body, that's why your children are sick. That's why I tell people your family shouldn't grieve, they should learn. Not saying you shouldn't grieve, but as you learn, you feel empowered and you understand certain processes happen, right? You feel empowered when certain things happen. But tonight we're talking about the nervous system. The nervous system is responsible for intelligence, processing information, right? Learning, the nerve pathways in your brain. You got so many different aspects of the brain. We're going to talk about that in about 2 weeks, right? Anybody just joining? Today we're talking about nervous system. Whole month of May, we're talking nervous system. So the brain is responsible for intelligence, learning, or the nervous system. Memory, movement, the senses, and the basic functions, right? Such as heartbeat and breathing. Your brain isn't a part of your heart, but the system controls somatic movements or autonomic movements that happen automatically, right? Your body has processes that happen automatically. I need you all to start thinking more complex when it comes to your body and stop poisoning your body like you just one entity. Did y'all hear what I just said? Your body is divine. Stop poisoning it, right? Tonight, we're talking the nervous system. So you got the nervous system is broken down into the central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system. The central being the middle, right? The central. We got the brain and we got the spinal cord. But peripheral means what? Peripheral means outward, right? So now we got all these things that go with the nervous system. You got the nerves. Who knows the longest nerve in your body? What's the longest nerve in your body? And most people say it hurt. Most women say it hurt after pregnancy. If you're an athlete, you may have had pain in your leg and said, yo, I got this pain in my leg, pain in my back. What's the longest nerve in your body? That's a part of your nervous system. Your fingers, what you feel at the end of your fingers, right? Some people say, yo, I got nerve pain, or I got lupus, or I got, what are some of the, we can talk about that. We're talking about the nervous system and we're talking about self-healing, understanding the body, right? But to make it come home, somebody said the vagus nerve, right? Or the sciatic nerve. To make it come home, what are some of the diseases that happen when it comes to the nervous system? What are some of the diseases of the nervous system? Why is the nervous system so important? Anybody deal with depression? Anybody deal with depression? Islam, family. Anybody ever heard of Parkinson's? Anybody deal with migraines? Anybody know anybody with dementia? What about Alzheimer's? ALS? Meningitis? All these are things that happen with the nervous system. Anybody dealing with any of that? Depression, anxiety, nerve pain? Know any elders dealing with Alzheimer's? You know, all of this, if taking the proper steps, can be cured, right? But how? Who in here can tell me foods to eat for the nervous system? Right? We talked about nerves. Or we talked about the nervous system. The nervous system is broken up into two different systems. We got the central being the brain and the spinal cord. We got the peripheral being the sensory, right? And we got the sensory, and we got the daggone cranial and the spinal nerves, right? You got 12 nerves in your brain. Every one of them do something. You all know that. You have 12 nerves in your brain, 31 nerves in your back. Did you all know that? This is science and math class, but we about to get to cellular health and healing your family. But I need you to know how intricate your bodies are. So you, the organism, got these 11 different systems. We're talking about the nervous systems, cardiovascular system, the endocrine system, but tonight we're focusing on nervous. The nervous system is broken up into different parts. We got the central nervous system and peripheral nervous system, right? And then the central, which is comprised of your brain and your spinal cord, The peripheral being cranial, sensory, and your spinal. But now we're talking about organs, right? I just told you the organs that make up the system, right? But what are the tissues that make up this? Because when you think in cellular health, I need you all to understand your cellular beings. When I talk cellular health, every Monday we got cooking class. Every Monday we have cooking class. I'm teaching you all how to actually apply some of this stuff, right? Every Monday we have cooking class, and this month, the month of May, it's specifically geared towards brain health, spinal cord health, nerve health, because that is the nervous system, right? But we just learned the nervous system is made up of organs, okay? The organ system is made up of organs, right? But now, because we follow the Moorish chef, we know we're not organs, we're organisms. We made up of tissues, but we start on the cellular level, right? Can you all name any tissues? Can anybody up here name any tissues or types of tissues that make up the nervous system? Can anybody name any types of tissues? Can anybody name any types of tissues that make up the nervous system? And if you can't, this is why you're depressed. If you can't, this is why you have anxiety. If you can't, this is why you have a foggy memory. If you can't, this is why you say dementia, Alzheimer's run in your family. I'm about to start teaching you all how to heal your families, but every month we got to dive into the body, because I see as a nurse, we don't understand the body. We understand everything else. We understand AI. We understand the somatics of Kendrick and Drake, but we don't understand the 11 systems that make up the body. Y'all see why I be frustrated? And y'all like, hey, chef, can you help me? Oh, okay. All right. Now we got somebody talking. More of Destiny. Do you have my Cellular Health 101 manual? If you don't, because you got so much knowledge, I want to give you my ebook. If you just joined in this live and don't know who I am, I'm the Moorish chef. I've been plant-based for 27 years. I got a bachelor's degree of nursing. I've traveled the country teaching people how to heal, but I understand we don't know the body. So I stopped traveling and I'm taking time to teach our families about the basics of the body, right? And if we take it system by system, we're gonna get there. Tonight, we're talking the nervous system. So the question was, does anybody know any type of tissues that make up the nervous system? We talk about the nervous system. It's broken down into two parts. We got the CNS, the PNS, the central being the brain and the spinal cord, the peripheral being the cranial nerves, the spinal nerves, and the sensory nerves, right? So now we know we got these organs that make up the system, but what type of tissues? Because when I'm teaching cellular health, I'm telling you all to eat food for your cells. But if you all don't understand what tissues you eating for, you just eating because it tastes good. You eating to feed your face. You eating to get fat, right? But how many people really want to eat to heal? How many people want to feed their family to get them off the medication? How many people think cancer is a thing that runs in their family when it doesn't have to? Dementia doesn't run in your family, your diet does, right? Alzheimer's doesn't run in your family, your diet does. Migraines don't run in your family, your diet does, right? Meningitis, you don't have that because you got inflammation of the meninges because you got something that run in your family. No, you ate something or you did something and it caused the injury, it caused the reaction, and then you didn't properly fund your body or your bank account with the resources to bounce back. I'm teaching you all cellular intentional activities, right? To start properly loving yourself so you can heal your family and stay out the hospital. Tonight we talk nervous system. If y'all with me, put a 1 in the comments, man. All right, so look. Who's ever heard of James Baldwin? Y'all put some foods. We're going to get to foods in a second, right? Y'all put some foods in the comments that help with the nervous system. Tonight we're talking nervous system. We got a lot of pain. We got a lot of brain fog. We got a lot of depression. We got a lot of anxiety, but we don't know that the brain, the spinal cord, can heal itself. I got hit by a drunk driver, flipped my car 6 times. I got 6 herniated discs, a torn rotator cuff, a severed labrum. I dealt with a traumatic brain injury, not 1, but 2, right? I don't take no medications. I ain't had no surgeries. I changed the way I view my body. I started to think that I could heal myself. I started to tell myself I love myself, to reconnect some of the nerve pathways. And I started to apply some of the stuff that I'm trying to teach you all tonight. Right? So boom. The brain, the spinal cord, the central nervous system. If you understand some of the foods that make up that system, right? The nervous system. And if you heard of James Baldwin got a quote that goes something similar. Somebody who knows James Baldwin, put the quote in the comments. Somebody who knows James Baldwin, put the quote in the comments, because I don't want to say it wrong, and it's very important to the nervous system. If you blacken in America, if you browning in America, if you melanated in America, if you're Moorish in America, if you're Muslim in America, if you got any hue in your skin and you in America, you're dealing with some type of trauma, right? But anybody know the famous quote by James Baldwin that says, if you're black and somewhat conscious, and living in America is to be at a constant state of rage, or something like that, right? So if you black and living in America and you somewhat conscious, you always gonna be living at a constant state of rage. If you following me, you somewhat conscious, right? And I love you. If you following me, please go to my website, see what I got to offer. I got books, I got Seamoss, I got a whole bunch of stuff to help you and your family, right? Tonight, I'm breaking it down. We're doing this every Thursday. It's a monthly thing. I love you. I love you. I want to teach you how to heal your family, but we got to start learning the systems. Tonight, the nervous system. You're melanated, you're black, you're dealing with all this trauma in America, right? Who ever heard of the fight or flight syndrome? The fight or flight syndrome. Anybody ever heard of the fight or flight syndrome? What is the fight or flight syndrome? We got about 10, 15 more minutes and I'm getting off alive. I'm going to do a recap. I'm about to make it all make sense in the next 5 minutes and I'm getting off live. If you're melanated and if you're in America and you're somewhat conscious, you're probably living in somewhat of a state of rage, right? Has anybody ever heard of the fight or flight syndrome, right? Or the fight or flight system? Anybody ever heard of that? All right, so look. So if you heard of that, what happens when your body is in fight or flight? We just told in America, we in a constant state of rage. Mental rage, your nervous system is a part of your brain is a part of your nervous system. Your brain consumes 22% of the energy of your body. Your brain uses the most energy of any organ in your body. Your brain consumes 25% of the nutrients you put in your body. But when your body is in fight or flight, your mind is in fight or flight. We living in America going from paycheck to paycheck. We in survival mode. We got negative influences all around in our children. We in survival mode. A lot of us dealing with financial strain. We battling with our spouses. We in survival mode, right? And granted, it may be on a minute scale, but now what is this fight or flight? Because James Baldwin told us we already gonna be in this stage. What does this do to our bodies? What is the fight or flight syndrome? And I'm about to make it all make sense to how you can heal your nervous system. If you're with me, please follow. We about to heal the nervous system. Somebody on YouTube says your body gets tense, right? Somebody else said, I've never heard of that syndrome. So if you've never heard of the fight or flight syndrome, just say you're driving in the car as a black person. And if you're a black man, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You're driving in the car, You got your kids in the back, and you see these blue lights behind you. What's the first thing that happens when you're driving in the car and you see the blue lights behind you? Or just say, shit, some brothers, you're cheating on your wife, right? Your wife say she out of town. She ain't out of town. She about to come home. Matter of fact, you hear them keys at the door. What's the first thing that happened? Ladies, you find out you're pregnant. What's the first thing that happened? Granted, it ain't fight or flight in a negative way, but when your body's in this state of excitement, what happens? Somebody said your heart jumps, your body clenches up. But it's certain things that happen when you're in fight or flight, right? Your pupils get dilated. Your heart rate increases. Listen to me. Your heart rate increases. Your digestion is inhibited, right? Digestion is inhibited. Adrenaline is released, right? Noradrenaline is released. Your bladder cannot contract. So how many people in here may be dealing with bladder issues at night? How many people dealing with bladder issues at night? How many people dealing with high blood pressure? How many people dealing with migraines, right? Do you all see how when you're dealing with certain stressors and your body is in fight or flight, it cannot actually heal because certain things or certain processes are inhibited? So if we heard of fight or flight, watch me bring this home, right? If we heard of fight or flight, she said, how is it a syndrome when it appears to be your body's natural response? I say it's a syndrome and not, please don't take no words for face value because I don't know what dictionary you use to judge my words by, right? But when I say it's a syndrome, it's, yes, a natural reaction, but it happens automatically, right? And you can't stop it. But what I'm saying is it's a syndrome that's natural to your body, but it's negative in a sense. Because when we're talking about healing, your body can't heal when it's in this state, right? So when you're in a constant fight or flight state, that's not natural to your body. It's natural for your body to detect certain things, give you chemicals for you to process it, store it, nerve pathways to adjust, adapt, to move away. But when you're always in that state, like James Baldwin said we are as melanated people, we have to learn to get in the other state, to get in a different balance or vibration. So to get on that point, what is the opposite of fight or flight? Does anybody know the opposite of fight or flight? We talk in the nervous system. If you want to fix your brain health, if you want to fix inflammation, you want to fix the nervous system, you want to keep your body from attacking itself, it starts with the brain, right? The brain being here, but also the gut and also the receptors, right? What is the opposite of fight or flight? If your body can't heal when it's in fight or flight, because the nervous system is triggered, right? What is the opposite of fight or flight? PJD, salute family. He said calmness, right? Rest and digest. That is a part of the parasympathetic nervous system. The sympathetic nervous system is the fight or flight. The parasympathetic response, thank you, more of a destiny. The parasympathetic response is relaxation, right? The parasympathetic response, also the soles of your foot. Yes, you got responses or receptors everywhere. That's a part of the brain, right? So think about what happens when your body is in rest and relaxation. Just say you just got that call that you just won $1 million, right? Granted, you out of the anxiety stage, but now you into what you can do with all of that. Just say you got a call that somebody paid off your house and you out of the anxiety stage, but now you think about all the blessings that you could put forward, right? Think about if you come home and the kitchen clean and you don't got to clean up because somebody did it for you, right? Think about if your bills are paid because you got an extra bonus. Now you have some mental clarity. You got some leeway. Say No Cop City in Atlanta is signed, and now we can move with a little more peace and clarity throughout the country, right? Just whatever it causes you to find calmness in your life, you have to find it, because watch how this is connected to the nervous system in the state of America, in a matrix of healthcare, right? They know if they keep you stressed, your body is going to be in this state. Long as your body is in this state, you cannot heal. So they're going to throw stressors at you every day. They're going to make your life faster every day. But I'm here to slow it down. I'm here to break it down in chapters. I'm here to give you different systems, how to heal it, foods to heal it, ways to tap into it. So as natural people, we can get back into being natural and staying out the hospital, because I'm teaching you health. They only going to make you a part of the healthcare system, right? So we talk in the nervous system. We talk in fight or flight. We know the opposite is rest and digest, right? I know you got to be to bed at 2. You got to be up at 2:30 in the morning, BMO. Please get my book, my Cellular Health 101 book. My brother was up here, BMO L. He got to be up at 2 in the morning, but he knows every month I'm dropping this series, right? So the opposite of flight or flight is rest and relaxation. So if you could get your body and your mind into rest and relaxation, watch what happens. Your heart rate naturally slows down. How many people dealing with heart rate issues or blood pressure issues and can't figure out how to get their blood pressure down? It may be stress, because that's a natural response when you're in the fight or flight, right? How many people dealing with gut issues and can't digest their food, dealing with acid reflux, dealing with GERD? It may be because your body is in fight or flight and you can't digest the food, or your food's not being able to your system's not able to get the nutrients because it's not constricting, causing the mobility or the motility for the food to go through your system. So it's backed up. You got to get in the rest and digest stage. But it's hard to do that in America. That's why the nervous system is the starting point. All month long, we talk in the nervous system. Please share my page, right? No, somebody said I should create a workbook to go with my ebook. Does anybody on here have my Cellular Health 101 ebook? Does anybody on here have my Cellular Health 101 ebook? Does anybody on here have my Cellular Health 101 ebook? Mr. Nelson, my player partner from out I was about to say West, but that's the Midwest. Please look, if you have my ebook, somebody said I need to create the workbook to go with the ebook. We just created, this is the test copy, but we just got the actual full deluxe version hard copy book approved. We got the full hard copy deluxe version approved, over 250 pages. So I created an actual book, a hard copy book for you all to take home and study everything, not everything, but the basics of what I'm teaching. And as we go over the next year, every month we teaching the nervous system in May. In June, we teaching the skeletal system. In July, we teaching the muscle system. In August, we teaching the digestive system. In September, we teaching the endocrine system. In October, so month after month, we teaching so I can break it down week by week. Every Monday, we having cooking class. Every Thursday, we going into the system so I can start teaching you all. If you all join me, you follow my YouTube, I guarantee after this next year or two, you all gonna know how to heal your family. So we talked about fight or flight. We talked about rest and digest. What happens in rest and digest? Your body stimulates bile secretion to help you break down food. What happens when you get bile to break down food? Now your body absorbs nutrients, right? So now that your body can absorb nutrients because you're in the rest and digest stage, you can actually heal. But what does that mean on the tissue level? What type of cells make up the tissues, right? Most of the tissues that make up the nervous system is glial tissues or glial cells, right? Those are normal cells, and it goes around, and it's like connective tissue, right? We got glial cells, which is like connective tissue. But what is the main type of cells? They say most of your cells are glial cells, but they're not as powerful as this other type of cell. What is the main type of cell that make up the nervous system? We almost at the end. We got about 3 minutes. We almost at the end. We talked about you, the organism. We talked about the nervous system. We talked about the different systems of the body, but we spoke specifically on the nervous system. We talked about the different things the nervous system do. We talked about the organs of the nervous system. We talked about the tissues. We talked about the cells. Somebody said neurons. Miss Tori, if you do not have my Cellular Health 101 manual, send me a message. I'm going to give it to you so you can start using it to help build on that foundation. Anybody who don't have the foundation to start, send me a message or go to my DM so I can start helping you and we could learn together. But neurons are the most active cells in the nervous system, right? Anybody know what a neuron looks like? Does anybody know what a neuron looks like? Who knows what a neuron looks like? All right. So to those who don't know, this is what a nerve cell looks like, right? This is what a nerve cell looks like. This is what most of your nervous system, this is class tonight. We wrapping up class. If you just joining us, I'm going to save this live. It's going to be on my YouTube. My YouTube channel is The Moorish Chef, right? If you just joining us, this is class. We're about to wrap it up, right? Hey. All right. Oh, shoot. This is what most of the cells of your nervous system looks like. How many of you all knew that? How many of you all knew this is what most of the cells of your nervous system looks like? We wrapping up class. We about to make it all make sense. How many people knew? We got about 40 people in here. How many people knew that this is what wisdom of med? You probably in the healthcare field, so you got an advantage. How many people knew this is what most of the cells of your nervous system look like? All right, so we got a bunch of people saying yes, right? We got a couple of people saying, I have no clue. If you would like to get my book, all you got to do is go to my website. My website is my name, www.carlosadamsbay.com, right? So look, this is what a normal nerve cell looks like. We're talking about the nervous system. We're talking about brain health. We're talking about mental health. We're talking about all these different things, right? Right here. This cell needs different type of minerals and vitamins. This cell needs different types of minerals and vitamins. Who knows? We got a lot of people said they know what this cell looks like, but how many people can name the minerals and vitamins that make this cell healthy? How many people can name the minerals and vitamins that make this cell healthy? And if you can't, and you in the medical field, and no disrespect, but if you can't and you in the medical field, this is what we have to start teaching patients and people if we want to keep them out the hospital. They don't understand how their body works. We could tell them not to eat all day. We could tell them you got to change your diet, but if you don't make it make sense, right? You need different cysteines, different N-acetyls, cysteine, acetyl L. You need B vitamins. A lot of people are saying B vitamins. You need a lot of healthy fats, right? Because this right here, this myelin sheath, these little bubbles, if you don't have those because you eating messed up foods, processed foods, you're going to have nerve damage. If you don't have these endings, these dendrites, because you're not eating the right foods and your nervous system is starved, you're not going to be able to think clearly and transmit information. right? All right, so we got some B vitamins, right? If you need to read some information, please. Tonight, we talking cellular health. Go get my Cellular Health 101 manual so you can start healing your family, right? So look, if you're not eating the right foods with the B vitamins, you got 9 different B vitamins your body need. If you're not getting the magnesium, the copper, the potassium, your nerve health is going to be bad. In America, we already in a fight or flight. We already have a hard problem digesting food, lowering our blood pressure, thinking clearly. So we got to get in the digestive state, the resting state, but we also got to start getting our body the minerals and vitamins on a cellular level so we can have the healthy cells that make up the tissues. Tonight we talking the nervous system. So now we can have healthy organs because we know cells make up tissues, tissue make up organs. Tonight we talking the nervous system, so the tissues of the organ system make up the organs, which are the brain, the spinal cord, the cranial nerves, the spinal nerves, the sensory organs and nerves. If you want all of that to be healthy, you got to focus on the neurons or the neural cells that make up most of the action cells or the vitamins that make up these cells and the glial cells, right, that make up the nervous system. Where do you get vitamin B from? Where do you get magnesium from? Where do you get copper from? Every Monday we have in teaching class where I'm going to start showing you how to cook for the nervous system. Every month in May, if you're dealing with epilepsy, if you know somebody dealing with multiple sclerosis or spinal cord issues, if you know somebody dealing with a brain tumor, Alzheimer's, dealing with recovering from a stroke, dealing with Parkinson's, all these things are related to the nervous system and the nervous system health. But if you don't understand what I went through tonight, we need to brush up. Every week in the month of May, I'm going over nervous system. Are y'all with me? So look, before we get off of here, even though Monday's cooking class, I'm going to tell y'all what I'm cooking next Monday, right? What are some of the proteins that's good for brain health? What are some of the proteins that's good for brain health if we're talking eating for our actual neurons? You know, your brain is so powerful. Most of the neurons in your brain is one of the first things that develop. As a doula, that's why I preach preconception health. Your brain and your spinal cord starts to develop like 3rd, 4th week of pregnancy. Most people in our community don't find out they're pregnant till after they miss their first menstrual cycle or after they take the pregnancy test 6 to 8 weeks down the line. The brain and spinal cord has already developed, family. We got to start getting ahead of the curve. Start tapping into some of the stuff I teach, right? We have to start being intentional about loving and healing our families. It's so many ways, so many levels, so many people teaching. I don't expect you to be perfect. I just want you to start being more intentional on a cellular level, but it's hard for y'all to do that if you don't know the systems. So every month I'm breaking them down, right? So we got some people naming some proteins. We got salmon. We got walnuts, right? So look. This month, I'm making some fatty fish on a Monday. I'm making some walnut meat spaghetti on a Monday. So if you're just joining my live, every Monday we got cooking class. But next Monday, I'm making some lion's mane mushrooms, right? I'm making some lion's mane mushrooms. We know lion's mane is big for your nerve health. If you're dealing with anxiety, you're dealing with depression, you're thinking about your father who just passed away like mine did, and I can't get over the hump because mentally I'm just stagnant. You have to eat different foods that spark different responses, generate different thought processes. Once you start to meditate and think and eat in the right foods with the right resources for your brain to process, it can start regenerating or creating new pathways. That's how you start to show up for yourself. That's why they say people go into meditation and create mantras, because they can actually think things into existence when they're eating the right foods for the brain, being that this the largest organ of the body. No, your skin is your largest organ. Being that it consumes the most energy of any organ of the body, and it consumes the most calories of any organ of the body. So you feed the brain right, you can change the way you think. You can change the way you showed up. The brain is a part of the nervous system, the central nervous system, but we got to feed the cells of both the central and the peripheral. I'm cooking lion's mane mushrooms with some whole grains. What type of whole grains are good for the brain? We're not talking some whole grains full of gluten. We're not talking some bleached and enriched whole grains, right? What type of whole grains help your brain health? You know, right now, people cook with white rice like it's heaven. If you cook with white rice, shame on you. If you cook with white rice, shame on you. Say it with me. If you cook with white rice, shame. No, I'm going to change that because I want y'all to say it because if y'all do it. Say, I cook with white rice, shame on me. Say, I cook with white rice, shame on me. Yes, I have an ebook version of my book, and I have a hardback copy of my book, and I have an audiobook version of my book, and I do one-on-one consultations. All you got to do is go to my website, right? So some people saying wild rice. Some people saying quinoa. Miss Moore of Destiny, I think she a chef or something because she filed whatever, all her information. She say barley, right? So what are some of the things that we could cook with? Who's ever heard of farro? Who's ever heard of farro? A lot of people saying wild rice, but who's heard of farro? Farro looks just like wild rice, right? Who's heard of millet? I'm going to make some millet pilaf for you all, right? I'm going to make some millet pilaf with you all to show you all how to get magnesium, zinc, iron from your grains, and you can take out the white rice, which is bleached and given synthetic minerals and vitamins like niacin and the B vitamins that we want to get natural so our nervous system can be healthy, so we can think clear, so we can not have dementia because our body's not deteriorated of the myelin sheaths that go around our neural cells, right? If you eat the right foods and put your body in the right state, you can actually do what it needs to do. Yeah, we got buckwheat, we got bulgur, we got aramith, right? I'm going to show y'all how to cook with all of those this month. All I need you all to do is share my page, right? Tonight was the nervous system. Next Monday, we going to cook for the nervous system. Next Thursday, we talking Thursday Talks, the nervous system. Next Thursday, the topic is, do you know your brain? Next topic, family, the next Thursday, the topic is, do you know your brain? So every Thursday, the month of May, it's about your nervous system. How many people learned something tonight? We're going to start to advance in these classes. I'm going to start to have boards. I'm going to start to have little things. But right now, I'm just giving y'all my heart. I'm giving y'all my greatest asset, which is my time. And I'm giving you all what I've done over the last 25 years in love. Hopefully, you all are able to receive it and are receptive and are inspired by my journey, right? Jasmine rice, I try not to do it. Sometimes you could get some jasmine rice from like Indian stores or from Middle Eastern stores that's not bleached. But most of the rice that we get in our stores are bleached and enriched to look nice. That's why you want wild rice with the blemishes that ain't been bleached and processed. I'm going to save this live. All right. So we got a couple people saying they learned. That's the only goal. My goal is for 1 or 2 people to learn. We got about 40 people up here. I'm going to save this live. Please, my page is shadow banned. My page is shadow banned. All I ask you all to do is to comment, share my page, keep the conversation going. I'm going to do this every 2 days for the next 52 weeks. The next 52 weeks, I'm dedicated to teaching you. The next 52 weeks, I'm dedicated to teaching you all. I just need you all to show up for class. I'm going to start sending out information. If you on my email list, I'm going to be sending out all my notes. If you on my email list, the notes from every class I'm sending out. If you got my book, a lot of the recipes I'm going to be cooking are in my book, right? A lot of the recipes I'm cooking are in my book. So together, we're going to learn how to heal our families. Y'all protect me. We're going to protect each other. I'm going to teach. And please, if you enjoyed this live, go to my page and let's talk about the nervous system for the rest of the month of May, because it is Brain Cancer Month and Mental Health Awareness Month. And my goal is to spread awareness, spread love, so we can stay our asses out the hospital and spend more time with those we love and spend more time on this earth, wrecking shit up and changing shit in a positive way. Because somebody said, you always got to fight the good fight, right?